How you doing, folks? Are you alright? Yeah. I'm still trying to get my head together about something that just happened at the station when I stepped off the train. As I got on the platform, at the far end, there was a middle-aged man there. Now, I know I'm middle-aged, so more middle-aged than me in his 50s. He was just stood there going, Daniel! 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 I'm looking over my shoulder going, come on, Daniel, give this chap a wave. I'm getting closer and closer to him. He's getting closer and closer to me, going, Daniel! 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 My name's not Daniel, it's Tim. I get to the exit and he walks right in front of me and goes, Daniel, are you here for me? Now I've thought about this on the walk up here. There't only one thing that's happening. Someone is using this face to catfish middle-aged men. What was your name? Marianne? Would you get catfished by this face? Of course not, you're not a middle-aged man. What was your name? Sonia? Would you get catfished by this face? No, because you're not a middle-aged man. Lee? Would you get catfished by this face?
Hell yeah.
Anyway, you'll notice I shoot off straight after the gig. I'm going back to this chap's house. I'm at the station. So my name's Tim. I've got a 10-year-old son called Noah. If you're a parent, you'll know that it's the Easter holidays at the moment. So last week, for the first time in 2 years, we went away on holiday together, just me and him. Could have gone anywhere, world was our oyster, so we went to a Park Dean in Great Yarmouth, obviously. If you don't know what a Park Dean is, it's like everyone who goes there dresses exclusively from Sports Direct. Only they're not dressed for sport, they're dressed for comfort and late night bar scuffles. All the kids there have caravan names: Ardines, Savannah, Beaumont, 8 Birth. Now Noah's favourite thing to do was the arcades. 4 nights we were there. Must have spent £50 or £60 on those arcades. He had over 2,000 tokens. On the last night we went to that little booth in the corner to collect our prizes. Walked away with a bouncy ball and a tiny bag of Haribo. Make some noise if you're a parent. So if you're a parent, my son's 10, he's in what I like to call the question stage of life. That means life is one long, relentless stream of questions. While we were on holiday last week from the other bedroom, yep, don't need to brag, 2-bedroom caravan at Park Dean. 6 in the morning, Daddy, am I an atom? I didn't know. I said yes. This was followed up by, Daddy, who invented koalas? I went, well, Noah, all koalas technically have chlamydia, so I'm guessing someone from Dover? At 10 years old, I'm surprised what they're teaching them at school. At the moment, they're doing sex education, and they asked all us parents in to tell us what they'd be learning so we could deal with any tricky conversations at home. And his teacher, Mrs. Rogers, stood up there for half an hour and then said, any questions? Now, I'm the wrong kind of person to have that power. Couldn't help myself. I raised my hand, said, Mrs. Rogers, how many words do you know for Willie? It turns out I wasn't her first idiot. She knew exactly what she was doing. Off the bat, 20 words for Willie, before turning to me going, and prick. When I picked him up from school the other day, 2 weeks ago, it was comic relief. He jumps in the car, he goes, Daddy, every kid in school has to get up on stage and tell a joke for a chance to win a prize. Will you tell me a joke? And by the time we got home, I said, right, Noah, I've written a joke for you. And I told him the joke, he went, oh, I can't can't say that, I'll get in trouble. Would you like to hear the joke? So to set a bit of context, Noah's teacher is Mrs. Rogers. I don't like her, she doesn't like me. She doesn't like little boys, so she doesn't like Noah. Her husband is an author, so he writes books. So I said, Noah, this is what you do. I go, get up on stage and go like this and go, hello everyone, don't know if you know this, but Mrs. Rogers' husband is an author. He writes books. He spent the last 2 years locked up in a bedroom right at the back of this house. Didn't see his family, or his friends, or his wife for 2 years. And if I was married to Mrs. Rogers, I'd write a book as well. We do get on well near Noah, and I think that's because I've got a very good relationship with my own dad. I see him all the time, but at 75 years old, he's recently made a life-changing decision. Got his first ever mobile phone, and he's just useless with it. There's no point trying to call him, because he only turns it on when he needs to make a phone call. He hasn't figured out yet that when you text, there's a space bar, and you can turn off capitals. I get really angry messages from him. Hi Tim, out for the day, we'll call you this evening, love you dad, cross, cross, cross. And I don't know if it's all parents who do this, or just my dad, but he puts the phone on loudspeaker mode, yet still holds it to his ear like a normal phone, while refusing to move away from where you're sitting. Sometimes when I call him and he puts it on speaker mode, him and mum both speak to me at the same time. How do you explain that? Not how my dad did when he said maybe they shouldn't double team me. Sometimes he FaceTimes me, you know, so I can have a 20-minute conversation with his neck. I must advise him once a week not to click on the link in the text message for the parcel he wasn't expecting. My general rule is, if it sounds like a Monopoly chance card, don't click on the link. Oh, second prize in a beauty contest. Sounds like me. Got him on WhatsApp as well. You ask him a question, you see dad is typing, dad is typing, dad is typing. Online, dad is typing, dad is typing, dad is typing. Online, dad is typing, dad is typing, dad is typing. Online, ping. Message comes through, yes. To tell you a bit more about him, when I was 10 or 11 years old and first started putting gel in my hair, he called me a puffer and referred to it as puffer juice. That's what he does when he disapproves of something. Gel in your hair. Imagine if you knew I now manscaped. Shaving your balls. Foreign accents in the films on Netflix. Going to need the subtitles. Dad, they're from Canterbury. Black family living opposite. Very cosmopolitan. I happened to be at theirs a couple of years ago when the Lionesses had their Euros final, England against Germany, and during the match my mum happened to mention the partner of one of the England team played for Germany. My dad just went, lesbian. He has reached that age where he thinks it's fine to be racist, sexist, homophobic, misogynistic and fattest, just so long as he ends his sentence, but lovely with it. Have you met Dave's new girlfriend? Big girl, but lovely with it. New neighbours at number 12, they're from China. Whole street will probably smell of noodles, but lovely with it. Do you remember Michael from school? He's one of them. But lovely with it. Son puts gel in his hair, probably a puffer. But he's a prick. There is a game I play when I'm with my dad that he has no idea about, but I promise you that I'll play it. It's called Dead or Gay. When he asks me if I remember someone, I have to guess if at the end of that little story, they're going to be dead, or they're going to be gay. What? You remember Colin Smith, don't you? Colin Smith. Now, I went to school with Colin, we were quite good mates, but is he dead or is he gay? What? He's dead. Of course he is. Colin Smith's dead. And in my dad's world, that's the better option of the two. Now, Dad knows I love to come out and talk about him, and he cornered me in the kitchen the other day, and he went, "What? Tim, I'm worried I may come across as racist. But only because I'm so not racist, I sound racist." He's so Nigel Farage, but lovely with it. I was telling you earlier on about my son Noah recently bought him a new train set. It was the Folkestone to London weekend special edition. Opened the box. All it had inside was a rail replacement bus service. I am actually a single dad, so I've been getting back on the dating scene. Ladies. And Lee. Dating's different now. 2003 I was last dating. Back then Tinder used to be called going out for a drink and talking to someone. We had the 3-date rule, 3 dates, and if it was going well, oi oi. Now on Tinder seems to be the 3-message rule. 3 messages and dick pic. There's a lot more dick pics now. That just didn't happen 20 years ago. First of all, you'd have to find 23 other things to take a photo of. Rewind your film. Take it to Boots. Post it to bonus print if you wanted a free film. I tried a dick pic back in the day, and Paul from Snappy Snap still can't look me in the eye. My boss did love that mug though. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself tonight, folks, and I'm ever so tired. I got woken up early this morning by a phone call from my dad. He goes, "You know your mum?" So straight off I was like, "Well, is she dead? Or?" I'm Tim Saint, enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night.